Hey, Lars Sullivan Universe, it's Xander, and welcome back to WWE 2K Universe Mode. We are halfway to the Backlash pay-per-view, our first pay-per-view of Season 2 in Universe Mode. We have a big night here on Monday Night Raw because we have another #1 Contenders qualifying matchup for the Women's Triple Threat match coming up at Backlash. We have a #1 Contenders match to the United States Championship, and we're getting the show off with the #1 Contender to the WWE Championship in action. This is a very interesting matchup we've kicking us off tonight because we're going to be seeing one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions in action. As Sami Zayn making his way to the ring. He and Kevin Owens will be defending the Raw Tag Team Championships in 2 weeks at Backlash against the Grizzled Young Veterans. Zayn and Owens aligned himself with the new WWE Champion Finn Balor not long after WrestleMania. In fact, just the night after WrestleMania, they aligned themselves with Balor, and it's been hell to pay for Zayn and Owens ever since because of the Raw General Manager Damien Sandow. And we're seeing that tonight because Sami Zayn is in this matchup against the #1 Contender to the WWE Championship, and no one is allowed at ringside on behalf of Sami Zayn. If they do, it is a finable and fireable offense according to the Raw General Manager. So Sami Zayn is going to step into the ring with the man who challenges Finn Balor at Backlash, the Freak of Nature, Lars Sullivan. Of course, you can see behind him the Raw General Manager Damien Sandow lurking. Sandow seems to have handpicked Lars Sullivan as the next monster of Monday nights. Lars Sullivan's made an impact since his debut. He debuted at the Royal Rumble and eliminated Braun Strowman. He destroyed a legend in Rey Mysterio. And then, just last week, himself and the Grizzled Young Veterans laid out Zayn, Owens, and Balor yet again. As in the blinding white light, Lars Sullivan has arrived. Could Lars Sullivan be our next WWE champion? That's a scary thing to think about, isn't it? Here we go. Oh! Lars with a chop block to Sami. Picks him up and slams him knee first into Sami Zayn's back. And now Zayn back to his feet. Zayn, arm drag. Down goes Sullivan. And Sami Zayn with a DDT. Zayn went for a kick to the back and Lars grabs him. German suplex. And now Sullivan picks up Sami. Look at the strength of Lars. Power slams him. And now Lars picking up Sami. And Lars with a clothesline. Picking him right back up to his feet now on Lars Sullivan. Knee strike. And look at Lars here just kicking away on Sami. Now Sullivan just firing. Oh, takes down Sami. Sami Zayn down in a heap. Lars Sullivan right hand knocked him down. He picks Zayn right back up to his feet. And Lars Sullivan dominating the early goings of this matchup. He picks Sami Zayn back up, and Lars Sullivan power bombs him. Picks him right back up to his feet now, and Sullivan. Whoa, Zayn kicking out the knee. Sami Zayn kicks the knees out from under Lars Sullivan, grabs him, turns him around, goes for a neck breaker. Lars pushes him off, and Lars with another chop block. Here's the thing about Lars Sullivan. He's big. He's scary, but there's one key difference between him and many other monsters. He ain't stupid. Lars Sullivan is calculated with his attacks. Just look at this, applying pressure to those shoulders to Sami Zayn. He knows that Sami Zayn had to get shoulder surgery in both shoulders in the past. Torn rotator cuff in one, and another, I believe, a separated shoulder on the other. And now Sami Zayn. Oh, sunset flip takes down Lars. Now Lars getting back to his feet, and Lars grabs Zayn, knee strike, and kicking him in the ribs. Down goes Sami. Lars Sullivan picking him back up to his feet, and Lars Sullivan for a kick. Boots Sami Zayn backwards, and Lars throws him out of the ring. Lars Sullivan slamming his own head into the ring post there. Turnbuckle getting himself, I guess, getting himself fired up. As now he just throws Sami Zayn back in the ring. Lars now picking him back up to his feet, and Lars. Oh, Sami finds another counter, and Sami clotheslines him out of the ring. This time it's Sami Zayn's turn. And now Lars back into the ring. And Lars with a clothesline. Oh, and now Lars Sullivan's looking to fly. What is Lars Sullivan going to do here? Lars Sullivan with a splash. Nobody home. Now he's just telling Sami Zayn to bring it on. And a clothesline to the back of the neck. And now Sami Zayn picks him back up to his feet. Sami Zayn grabs Lars. Into the corner he goes. Forearm strike. And now Sami Zayn getting fired up. He grabs Lars. Drags him away from the ropes. Sami Zayn turns him over. And Zayn cover on Lars. 1, 2, no. Sullivan kicks out. Sami Zayn is the ultimate underdog for a reason. He finds ways to fight back against guys bigger than him, stronger than him, and he somehow pulls out the win so often as he's drop kicked Lars, and Lars didn't even go off his feet. Oh, knee strike from Lars. Lars Sullivan, of course, did pin Sami Zayn in that 6-man tag last week. Now Sami grabs him, throws Lars across the ring. Forearm strike again connects. And now Lars dragged away from the ropes by Sami, and now Sami turns him over. Lars Sullivan covered by Sami Zayn. 1, 2, no. Now Sami Zayn getting back to his feet, and Sami. Oh no, Lars counters Lars. Oh! The freak! Hits Sami Zayn with the freak slam. 1, 2, 3. Lars Sullivan puts away Sami Zayn. Zayn fought with his all, but in the end, Lars Sullivan planted him in the mat. And that was all she wrote for the underdog from the underground. Oh, Lars, what are you doing? Oh, come on! This is just uncalled for. Lars Sullivan beating down Sami Zayn, making an example out of him. Zayn is lifeless. He's barely got the energy to get his hands up to defend himself. And Lars Sullivan just pummeling Sami Zayn. And now Lars is going to pick him back up. And Lars with another freak accident. We're going to move on to the next part of Raw. Well, an absolutely brutal beatdown from Lars Sullivan to Sami Zayn is our opening matchup. Killian Dane gets another win tonight as he knocks off Jinder Mahal. Braun Strowman got a big win over the Big Show in a big matchup there. A nice start to Raw for Braun. The Usos of the Empire knocked off the Street Profits in tag team action. The Raw tag team title scene, the Raw tag team division in general is just stacked now. Our next qualifying triple threat match for the women's triple threat #1 contenders match at Backlash will be coming up next with Lacey Evans, Charlotte Flair, and Bianca Belair. And then the main event, A matchup that I've been told is the product of the mixing of the minds of Seth Rollins and General Manager Damien Sandow. Friends, the Limitless Bros, Matt Riddle and Keith Lee, will be forced to face off one-on-one, with the winner getting Buddy Murphy at Backlash. Last week on Raw, we saw Liv Morgan, Beth Phoenix, and Alexa Bliss battle out in a triple threat matchup. Beth Phoenix becoming the first person to enter that qualifying, win that qualifying matchup. Beth Phoenix got the win that night, so she is the first woman in that triple threat. Up, making her way to the ring right now is Lacey Evans, former SmackDown Women's Champion. Lacey Evans, longest reigning SmackDown Women's Champion, second longest reigning Women's Champion in Universe Mode. Shayna Baszler holds the record with her NXT, or with her Raw Women's Championship reign. Or perhaps it's Rhea Ripley with her NXT Championship reign. I could be incorrect. But Lacey Evans has been traded to Raw in the draft. It's a new start for her. Here's a woman that is a very polarizing figure in the WWE. The Queen, Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair making her way to the ring. Charlotte Flair's only ever had one women's championship opportunity in Universe Mode, and that was back at Tables, Ladders, and Chairs against Shayna Baszler. That's one thing about Charlotte Flair. We don't see her as often in the LS11 universe as you would in the real WWE. So you get a bit more of a chance to root for her in LS11 Universe Mode. I certainly root for Charlotte Flair. I think Charlotte Flair is one of the best we have here in the LS11 universe. And finally, once the EST of NXT, now the EST of WWE, Bianca Belair. She made her first appearance here on Monday Night Raw on the night after WrestleMania, revealing herself as one of the many superstars drafted to Monday Night Raw. In fact, 19 superstars were drafted to Monday Night Raw 2 weeks ago. Bianca Belair making her way to the ring. This is her in-ring debut here on Raw. Bianca Belair, an incredible athlete in her own right. In fact, I would say this matchup, 3 of the best we've got on Raw in Flair, Evans, and Belair. I cannot wait to see where this one's going. So, Lacey Evans, Charlotte Flair, and Bianca Belair, one-on-one in this triple threat match. Here we go. As Flair turned her attention to Evans, and now Lacey Evans grabs Charlotte Flair. And, oh, look at this, Charlotte Flair hits her with an arm drag. It's Bianca Belair. Well, I can't really blame her if the other two are fighting one another. Belair capitalizing with a bulldog. Great ring awareness there from Bianca Belair. She heard Lacey Evans get knocked to the outside. She immediately turned around to capitalize on the distracted Charlotte Flair. Just look at the strength of Bianca Belair as well. And down goes Charlotte Flair. And now Belair off the ropes. Oh, went for a splash. Flair got the knees up. And now Flair clotheslines her. And Charlotte now picks up Bianca Belair. Oh, Lacey Evans now taunting in the corner as Flair. Oh! Throws Belair into Evans, and now Belair with a right hand. And Bianca Belair firing away on Charlotte Flair. Knocking her around. She picks her up, and look at this. Here we go. Bianca Belair's got her up, and Bianca Belair throws her face first into the turnbuckle. And takes out the arm. And now Belair into the cover. 1. No, Flair kicks out. See, Lacey Evans now just watching on the apron. Lacey Evans pretty crafty when it comes down to it. She'll find ways to avoid getting in the ring if she has to. Oh, and Charlotte Flair saw her, and Charlotte Flair pulls her back into the ring. And hits her with a neck breaker. And well, Charlotte's got her pick now of who she goes after. She flies up to the top rope. Turns around, Lacey Evans grabs her, throws her off the top rope. Lacey Evans, of course, has a military background. Very, very, very strong indeed. All three of these women, incredibly strong athletes. I can't help but shower these three with praise. They're three of my favorites to watch, quite honestly. Let's look at the strength of Bianca Belair now. Just doing some press-ups with Lacey Evans held up in a vertical suplex. And now she's taking it to Charlotte Flair. Decks her with a forearm. Now she picks Charlotte back up to her feet, and Bianca Belair grabs her, throws her into the corner. Went for a clothesline. Charlotte out of the way. Charlotte with a right hand. And now Belair grabs her. Charlotte takes out the arm. Clotheslines her. And now Charlotte with a knee strike. Oh, there's a kick from Lacey Evans. Knocks Flair into the corner. Now Lacey Evans with Charlotte Flair up on the top rope. And Lacey Evans grabs her. Evans, what's she thinking? Oh, what is Lacey Evans thinking here? Oh, look at that. Threw Charlotte Flair off the top and landed back first on Bianca Belair. That was incredible. And now Bianca Belair with a leg drop to the arm of Lacey Evans. So what you want to do, you want to weaken stuff like the arms and legs. Make it harder for the opponent to kick out. Belair's got a gruesome head scissor locked in on Evans now, who quickly throws her off. And now Bianca Belair throws Lacey Evans into the corner. Spears her into the corner. And Belair with a kick to the arm. It's knocked back. Charlotte Flair. Oh, Belair rakes the eyes. And now Bianca Belair kicks her in the ribs. Bianca powers her up. And Belair throws her backwards across the ring. And now Belair turns her over. Cover. 1, 2, no. Flair able to kick out. And a kick to the ribs. And oh, counter from Lacey Evans. Decks Bianca Belair with a forearm. And now Lacey Evans turns Belair over, grabs her by the leg, takes her down. There's a kick to the back. No, Belair out of the way. Bianca Belair. Oh, Lacey Evans takes her down. Lacey Evans with a forearm strike. Charlotte Flair counters. Flair shoves her back. Spear from Charlotte Flair. Bianca Belair's been taken out of the equation. And now Charlotte Flair grabs Lacey Evans, wasting no time. Figure 4. Charlotte, she's looking to bridge it. Here we go. Flair bridges it into the figure 8. Figure 8 leg locks in on Lacey Evans. Belair's going to have to hurry it up if she doesn't want to lose this matchup. Belair doesn't even have to be involved in the decision. She kicks Charlotte Flair right in the ribs and saves her opportunity for the Raw Women's Championship. Oh, now Flair rolls Belair through. 1, 2, no. Bianca Belair kicks out. And now Bianca Belair picks her up. Belair. KOD. And I think the EST might be on the verge of the 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Oh! Charlotte Flair kicks out. Now Bianca with a splash takes down Charlotte. Lacey Evans starting to crawl to her feet. And now Bianca Belair, look at this. Has Charlotte by both arms. Belair. Oh, look at the strength there, and Bianca just throws her down. And now Bianca Belair with a clothesline takes down Lacey Evans. Cover on Charlotte now, and Bianca Belair again looking for the win. 1. No, another kick out from Charlotte. Kick to the back. Charlotte back to her feet. Charlotte decks her with an elbow. Now Charlotte. She's styling and profiling there for a minute. Takes her down. Lacey Evans back into the ring. Charlotte with a clothesline. And another. Charlotte ducks her off the ropes. Leaping clothesline from Charlotte Flair. And now Charlotte backs herself up in the corner. And Charlotte Flair stalking. Bianca Belair went for a spear. Belair out of the way. Charlotte Flair countered. Clothesline. No, Belair countered. Charlotte. Oh, cover again. 1, 2, no. And there's an elbow strike. For a clothesline, Lacey Evans with a counter. Now Lacey Evans, oh, gets Charlotte Flair up. Evans takes her down, cover. 1, 2, no. Oh, and now Lacey Evans has her by the back of the hair, picks her up, and slams Charlotte into the mat. Cover. 1, 2, no, another kick out from Charlotte. Now Bianca Belair, oh, Evans sweeps the leg. Lacey Evans with a kick. And a penalty kick from Lacey Evans. Cover on Belair. 1, 2, another kick out from Bianca Belair. Lacey Evans, the only woman standing now. Kick to Belair now, picks her back up. Lacey Evans has taken Charlotte Flair out of the equation for the time being, it seems. She grabs Bianca Belair and she's working over the back of the neck. Lacey Evans sweeps the legs. Oh, Charlotte Flair breaks up that pinfall attempt. Leaps over Belair and hits a spear on Evans. And now Charlotte, with Bianca, throws her out of the ring. And Flair picks up Lacey Evans, kicks her in the knees. Charlotte Flair with the natural selection. Natural selection to Lacey Evans. 1, 2, 3. And Charlotte Flair takes the second spot in the triple threat match at Backlash. I thought she had it. I thought she had it with the figure 8. Charlotte Flair with the natural selection gets the win tonight. What a win for the Queen. Charlotte Flair and Beth Phoenix, 2 of the 3 women in the triple threat matchup at Backlash. We'll determine who the third one is next week. But up next is our main event. The #1 contendership to the United States Championship on the line. Matt Riddle versus Keith Lee. Time for the main event, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of this matchup will get Buddy Murphy at Backlash for the United States Championship. The original bro, Matt Riddle, making his way to the ring first. Riddle traded from NXT to Monday Night Raw as part of the draft. Confronted Seth Rollins on the night after WrestleMania when Rollins was threatening to make Buddy Murphy lay down and hand him the United States Championship. As Matt Riddle's in the ring, off go the flops. Frees himself from foot prisons. Can't blame him. The King of Bros, Matt Riddle, makes his way to the ring. He's got to take on a man he's been very closely aligned with these last few weeks. The man who beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. The man who pinned Buddy Murphy the night after WrestleMania. The man who pinned Seth Rollins in one-on-one action last week. The Limitless, Keith Lee. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been saying it for a year in Universe Mode. Don't you forget about Keith. Keith Lee making his way to the ring. Keith Lee and Matt Riddle. What a main event we got coming up here on Raw. Only one man can win this matchup. Only one of these two will be going to Backlash to challenge Buddy Murphy as Keith Lee. No love lost tonight, just throws Matt Riddle across the ring. Matt Riddle rolls back to his feet. Matt Riddle, bulldog to Keith. And Riddle picks Keith back up, and Matt Riddle, spinning wheel kick. For another kick, Keith Lee caught him. Keith throws him off the turnbuckle, and down goes Matt Riddle. Keith now picking him back up to his feet, and Keith Lee with Matt Riddle into the corner. Keith Lee, oh, Matt Riddle with an elbow strike. Matt Riddle, running drop kick. Oh, but Keith only staggered. Another running drop kick. Matt Riddle not able to get the King, not able to get the Limitless one off his feet. Riddle knocks him back again with another with some elbow strikes. There's a knee. He gets Keith Lee off his feet there. Riddle with some kicks there, but Keith Lee counters. Keith with a right and another. Keith Lee. Matt Riddle counters. Matt Riddle went for a drop kick. Keith Lee out of the way. Keith Lee with a headbutt. Now Keith with Riddle off the ropes, and Keith Lee with a boot to Matt Riddle. These two know each other so well. They've trained together. They've fought together. They fought side by side. They fought against each other all over the world. And now tonight they're doing it in the main event of Monday Night Raw, where the #1 contendership to the U.S. title. On the line is Matt Riddle with a right hand. Matt Riddle, a running knee strike, but he hurt himself on that one as well. That time he took down Keith. He used Keith's own weight and momentum against him on that one. And now what's Matt Riddle thinking? Riddle, double axe handle to Keith. Oh, and Riddle. Well, you know who this is a message to. Riddle with a spear. Cover on Keith. Oh, wait, Riddle, feet on the ropes. 1, 2. Keith throws him off, and Keith looks at him like, what are you doing, man? And now Keith with Riddle for a Samoan drop. There's a kick to the back, and Keith Lee kicks Matt Riddle in the back of the neck. And Keith picks him up. Keith has him by the shoulder. And now Keith going to take down Riddle, and down goes Matt Riddle. Now Keith Lee turns him over, and Keith Lee grabs the leg and takes down Matt Riddle by the leg. And there's a kick. Keith Lee picking him back up to his feet, and Keith grabs Riddle, throws him across the ring into the corner. What's Keith thinking here? Keith Lee with Matt Riddle off the ropes. Whoa, Keith pounces him across the ring. Good Lord. Matt Riddle rolls out of the way. Matt Riddle with a knee strike. And now Matt picking up Keith. Matt Riddle wasting no time here. Goes to scoop up Keith. He was trying to hit the, I think he was trying to set up the bro to sleep, but Keith Lee with a clothesline. And now Keith turns him over, and Keith Lee dropping Matt Riddle. Picking him back up to his feet now, and Keith with Riddle into the corner. And now Keith. No. Riddle counters. Riddle went for a right. Keith counters. Keith knocks Riddle back into the corner. Matt Riddle knocks Keith into the corner, though. Matt Riddle, middle rope. Here we go. Riddle takes him down. And now Matt Riddle going up to the top rope. Matt Riddle. Riddle with the floating bro. Looks to pick up Keith, but Keith right back to his feet with a shoulder block. Picks Matt Riddle back up to his feet, and Keith Lee grabs Riddle. Throws him in the corner, and Keith Lee grabs Matt Riddle. Turning him around now, and Keith Lee grabs Matt Riddle again. Keith Lee throws him off the ropes and pounces him again. Keith Lee is fired up after that one. Grabs Riddle and drags him away from the ropes. Keith Lee, cover on Riddle. 1, 2. Oh! Riddle able to get the shoulders up. Now Keith picks him up, and Keith Lee with Riddle. Here we go. Picks him up. Power bombs him. Cover. 1, 2, 3. Not quite the Spirit Bomb, but a strong power bomb takes down Matt Riddle, and Keith Lee is going to Backlash. I think right there was Matt Riddle's problem. He couldn't power Keith Lee up onto his shoulders for the bro to sleep. That's a big issue with Matt Riddle's finishing moves, the bro to sleep and the jackhammer. He can't lift a guy like Keith Lee up sometimes. But in the end, Keith Lee is your winner. So, in 2 weeks' time, 2 weeks from Saturday, 2 weeks from this past Saturday, at Backlash, it will be Keith Lee versus Buddy Murphy for the United States Championship. Thank you all for watching tonight. Big win for Keith Lee. I've been Xander, and that was Universe.